All right, today we're going to dive into a book that is, no exaggeration, changed millions of relationships. Gary Chapman's The Five Love Languages. And it's built around this really simple but kind of revolutionary idea. What if the secret to making love last isn't about huge, grand gestures, but about learning to speak the right language?
So let's kick things off with a feeling that I think almost every couple knows. You know, that moment when the honeymoon period kind of wears off, the magic starts to fade a little, and you're left looking at each other thinking, okay, what happens now?
And believe it or not, this is the exact question that got the whole ball rolling for Gary Chapman. He was on a flight, and the guy sitting next to him just blurts this out. It really gets to the absolute heart of why so many amazing relationships hit a wall after the wedding.
I mean, listen to what this man on the plane actually said. Here's a guy who's smart, he's successful, but he is totally stumped by this pattern in his own life. He genuinely thought he was in love every single time, but then, poof, the feeling would just disappear, and it left him completely confused.
And look, this guy isn't an outlier. Chapman makes this really important point. The need to feel loved by your partner isn't just some nice-to-have thing. It's a deep, fundamental human need hardwired into our psychology. It's why we're all on this quest to figure out how to keep love alive.
So to really understand what's going on here, Chapman introduces a simple but brilliant metaphor that helps it all make sense: the emotional love tank.
He actually borrowed this from a psychiatrist, Dr. Ross Campbell. And the idea is this: we all walk around with an emotional love tank. When your partner does things that fill that tank, you feel secure, you feel happy, you feel loved. But when that tank is running low or even empty, that's when the relationship starts to break down. And Chapman argues that so much of the conflict, the arguments, the unhappiness in relationships, it really just stems from one or both partners running on an empty tank.
Okay, but you might be thinking, hold on a second, what about that incredible head over heels in love feeling you get at the very beginning? Surely that fills the tank, right? We've all been there. But here's where Chapman says we've made a massive mistake. We confuse that temporary obsession with actual lasting love.
And this is such a critical distinction. On one hand, you have falling in love. It's an obsession, it's effortless, it feels amazing, but it's temporary. It isn't really focused on making the other person grow. Then you have real love. That's different. That is a conscious choice. It takes effort, it takes discipline, and it's all about intentionally looking out for your partner's well-being.
So how long